Alright, so I've got some great news for all my gaming fans out there. The House of Sony has been working on PlayStation 4, which they're calling Orbis, and they're looking to release that for the holiday season 2013. Reportedly, PlayStation 4 is going to be able to play 3D games at a resolution of 1080p as compared to PlayStation 3, which was at 720p. Some developers have reportedly got their development kits for Orbis. Now, another thing I want to tell you about Orbis is that it is reportedly to get an AMD 64-bit CPU along with an AMD Southern Islands GPU. The PlayStation 4's GPU is reportedly going to be able to display images at 4096 by 2160, and that is 4 times higher than standard full high definition. Screens of this resolution have already been unveiled by the vendors Sharp, Panasonic, and Samsung. Now, what they say PS4 owners will have to do is download the games off of the PS network, which was normal with PS3, as well as buy Blu-ray discs. What they're not going to be able to do now is to actually put in a Blu-ray disc that has previously been viewed. So they're actually going to have to attach a PSN number to the downloaded new Blu-ray disc. Sony will reportedly lock out pre-used games on PS4, which means that Orbis users will actually have to lock down their Blu-ray disc to a specific PSN number or mark their downloaded games as downloaded. So this will actually entirely wipe out any of that pre-owned, pre-used, that swapping of discs that used to happen among PS owners. This is good news for developers because they were not receiving any of the proceeds from sales that would happen for discs that were resold. For owners, it's not that great news because you will actually have to pay a lot more money to play games on your PS4. So Sony will actually bar pre-owned Blu-ray discs from being played on PS4. So what this means is that when Orbis owners go out and buy a Blu-ray disc, it's going to be locked to their specific own console. So they're only going to be able to play it on their own PS4. So the same thing will happen when they download games from the PS network. They will only be able to use it on their machines, not on any other machines. This is actually great news for developers because now they're actually going to get their due and not be affected negatively by all the piracy that was overtaking this industry. However, for owners, it is going to be more costly because they won't be able to share games, and each game that they want to play, they're going to have to purchase. So maybe they're going to purchase less games in the future. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. However, a similar thing is happening with Microsoft, wherein they're also going to ban any pre-used, pre-owned DVDs from playing on their consoles. I think the makers are getting together and deciding this collectively because it really is much better for the game developers and console developers because they're not going to be affected by piracy as much anymore. People who do try to use a pre-owned Blu-ray disc in their PS4 platform will actually maybe be limited to a trial of that game, or there will be some restrictions on that game. They won't be able to play the full one, but what will ideally happen is yet to be seen. PS4 will not be backward compatible, which means that any of the games that you might have loved and enjoyed on PS3 will not be able to be played on your Orbis console. Now that is a downside, of course, because you might have had some kick-ass games but no longer able to play them. Technically, things are definitely getting more pricey because now each game is going to be exclusively made for PS4, and that too for your own PS4 console. You can't share them. So this is going to become a lot of an investment for any individual owner. But you know, so some upsides, some downsides to what Sony is planning, but let's see how this will pan out in the near future. Alright guys, do let me know what you think about what Sony is doing. Is that fair for us? Is it not? Is it great for the developers? Is it not? Subscribe and do check out some of the videos that I've done on my top 5 free games and free apps that you get on the Windows Phone. And until next time, bye!